Why young men are choosing video games over dating. Unlike playing the modern dating game, a man can actually win at playing video games. I used to date. Been married before. That life was nothing but headaches and empty wallets. Getting over the idea of needing a romantic partner was the best choice I ever made. I'm coming up on 9 years of not even looking. Couldn't be less stress-free. I go to work, focus on work, leave, take part in hobbies, sleep, repeat. Real Chads go this routine. Study, work, workout, eat, gaming, sleep, repeat. Video games. Hours, if not days, of fun and adventure. Dating. Being broke and constantly annoyed. Cost-benefit analysis. Women have priced themselves out of the game. Finding a job and dating are both an absolute nightmare for young men today, and this YouTube comment put it perfectly. The job market is the same as the dating market. Unreasonable demand while offering very little in return. When job requirements for entry-level jobs are longer than the resume of its application, you know something is very wrong. This also brings up a very interesting question I'd like to ask you guys. We all know both the modern dating market and job market are horrible. But which one would you say is actually worse? Personally, I think as bad as dating is now, the economy is still worse. Even if you get a job, it's still going to be a garbage, low-paying one. But what do you guys think? Is the job market or dating market worse now? And is either a better option than playing video games at this point? Is dating worth it in 2024? Or should you just stay home and play video games? 10 years ago, this would have been considered a joke, but today, it's actually a serious question. Your parents and the government want you to go out, get married, and have kids. But at the same time, they created economic conditions that make it quite impossible to do that. They also want you to be financially responsible. So I ask, what is more responsible? 60 euros on a new game? Or 20,000 euros for a wedding? 1,000 euros on a gaming PC? Or 200,000 euros to raise a child? The government and the older generation really screwed over the economy. If you're one of the lucky few who has a job, you have to manage your money very carefully. And I'm just not sure if dating is the best way to do that. But I'm just asking questions here. What do you guys think? Let's talk about how gamers are viewed by women. It's no secret that women love to shame men for playing video games. They want us to grow up and get a real job. So let's bring out the facts. For decades, feminists have been fighting for equal rights. You don't want to be limited to being in the kitchen and taking care of children. Fair enough. Today, you have equal rights. You can have your own career, you can make your own money, you don't need a man, so do it. Don't ask me to stop playing video games and get a real job, because that would mean you actually do need a man's money. You wanted to eliminate traditional gender roles, so fine, let's do it. If I can't ask you to get in the kitchen and make a sandwich, you can't ask me to stop playing video games and get a real job. Why men choose video games over women? Have you seen most of the women and their attitude? After I visit a married friend, nothing beats coming home to my absolutely silent home. Video games don't judge how well it will treat you based on your income. They also don't have mood swings or use the fact that you love it to slowly lose interest in you. Doesn't help that gals want you to spend $200 on a date minimum, and a new video game is only $60. Spent $500 on a PS5 a couple years ago, and haven't been on a date since. They choose riches over men, so why can't we choose video games over them? Even when you do land the girl, being around her is insufferable. Many men who can get the girls are still choosing not to. Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, woman. You can't say that anymore because we've abolished traditional gender roles for men and women. Or have we? Men are constantly told to stop playing video games and get a real job. And I just have to ask, how is this any different than forcing a woman to clean and cook? Working was a traditional gender role for men, the same way housework was a traditional gender role for women. So, stop telling me to get a job unless you're prepared to tell women to clean and cook again. That's the definition of hypocrisy. You can't have it both ways. This rant might come across as anti-feminist, but it's really the most pro-feminist viewpoint if you actually think about it. Feminists only want women to have half the jobs. I think women are so strong and empowered, they should take all the jobs and pay for us to stay home to do what we enjoy. You say you don't need a man, and you can make your own money, so why are you asking men to stop playing video games and get a real job? If you need men to stop playing video games and get a real job, doesn't that mean you do need a man's money? Why do you say a 20-year-old man is too old to play video games, when you're literally painting your faces till you're 50? Why do you say video games are a waste of time? while you waste 8 hours a day scrolling Instagram and engaging in pointless gossip about Netflix shows? Why did you spend 50 years fighting for equal rights and equal pay, but you still want a richer husband? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of equal pay?